The last few managers there, Mourinho, season 1, trophies, done well, challenging. I think they finished second. Then he obviously has issues. Ollie got him back in the Champions League following year, issues, gone. Ten Hag last year, Champions League trophy, now issues again. So I don't know what's going on there. Look, we all know, I'm a Liverpool fan, but United you saw their figures yesterday, the revenue they bring and whatever else. They're the biggest powerhouse financially, outside of a club owned by the Saudis or, the UAE. For me, I don't know about Ten Hag. I mean, I watched the Sancho things, the young player issues he seems to have. He can't seem to get around that. That's obviously a chink in his armour. Yes, I agree Sancho should have apologised or whatever, but you've got a player there that's obviously a talent. You're not getting the best out of him. Is he getting the best out of the players? That's always the question. Bottom line is, I want them to beat Man City, because as a Liverpool fan, I'm hoping we have a title charge this year. But if I'm United owners, the new owners, someone coming in buying a percentage of United, the only manager I'd go after, and some of the fans aren't going to let me saying this, is the Brighton manager next summer.
Well, yeah. Deserve. But I mean, you just, when you go through the results, Jim, you just sit there. You're aware at Burnley and you win 1-0. You lose. They've lost 4 games already at home, by the way. Lost 2 Champions League.
You built a career on 1-0 wins. You're like almost saying you're having a go at all these 1-0 wins.
But we were in control. Ian Wright would score the goal, and then everybody.
I don't think I was born, so
they'd shut up shop. This is not a controlling wins from Manchester United. Yeah. These are scrambling wins, so we can't really see. It's giving them time, though, Jim. It's giving
top 4 outsiders, Martin.
I don't see them making the top 4 this season.
But on Ten Hag, do you not see pluses with this guy? It's his way or the highway. Do you not like the way he dealt with Ronaldo? Do you not like the way he's dealt with Jadon Sancho?
I think we get some idea of the problem with the culture that existed at that football club when he went there, and I understand what he's trying to do. But nonetheless, when I look for signs on the pitch to see some sort of rhythm, to see some control, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. So therefore, it's kind of like, it feels like propaganda when you go into a press conference saying after the first 3 games, like, there's not a problem, when there is clearly a problem. It's kind of like trying to keep the noise quiet. They do that by winning games, and they've kept it quiet now a little bit. But I'm saying if it can go wrong again quickly for them.
Is it pretty much not on a par with what Arteta's achieved? Trophy, top 4 in and around.
Well, what you've seen from Arsenal is you've seen them in the top 2, haven't you, for the last 2 seasons? So that now Arsenal are regularly now getting back into view there. There's a consistency.
With Arsenal, 2 years ago, I said on my podcast, hardtruthfootball.com,
very good,
that Arsenal were going to compete for the title or win the title within 3 years, because I loved the squad, the youthfulness they were building. You could see what Arteta and his director of football were doing. I don't think you can say the same about United. You looked at Arsenal, all those signings were under 24, 25, and they were exciting signings. You thought, okay, they're building pieces here. They're going to compete for a title and they're going to win a title.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I could say the same about United.
Well, on the Manchester derby then, Martin, in view of what we've been saying, how many does City win it by?
Well, you want to give me a scoreline? Well, I can see them winning by 3-1. Man United might grab a goal. Rashford in good form right now. And by the way, he did really well playing for England. We were criticising him, saying maybe he shouldn't be in the national team. But
you think Rashford's in good form?
Well, he looked like he was for England just last week, Jim. Yeah. So, but you want to see more. McTominay seems to be coming to the rescue far too often for them. Amrabat, is he really the answer sitting in there? Why was he playing left back? In his early games that he came into, trying to create this
So it's at United. You say a 1-3.
I say Man City will win this by 3-1. Yeah, at least.
What do you think, Mr. Peterborough United?
City are getting players.
Clear cut.
City have got Rodri back. They've got some key pieces back, so I think it'll be comfortable for City. I'm still stunned that United, the striker they bought in the summer, the money they spent. I look at the recruitment still. That's still an issue. The Ratcliffe thing, where he's coming in, he's going to have his people in there. Was that going to make a difference? You've seen what he's done with Nice. I don't know if that's going to be the magic ingredient. So United will eventually get it right. How much money they're going to spend, I don't know. It'd be interesting to compare how much was spent during the 8 years Jurgen Klopp's been at Liverpool versus United. Because you would always say, United don't spend the money. Yeah. The owners don't put in. Yes, we know.
It'd be interesting, Jim, you talked about our listeners. Would anyone phone in and tell how convinced are they with Manchester United?
They're not convinced.
If you're sitting there as a fan
they're not convinced.
at Old Trafford, do you think they've got what it takes?
It's a good point you
to
make,
the
Martin.
top 4.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.